Well, hello there. Thank you for joining me for a few minutes here. We are going to talk about the video-driven omni-channel content strategy from Darren Hardy. He's a success mentor. He was the publisher of Success Magazine for many years. And we're going to talk today about a video-centric approach he's used for the last few years to vastly increase his online following and build a big old email list. It's something I haven't seen anybody else do, and that's why I'm excited to talk with you about it today, because it could give you some great ideas about how to adapt it for your situation. I'm Kayla Philo. I'm the CEO of Mirror Your Brilliance on Video.com. I help midlife entrepreneurs inject the velocity of video into their business and branding, and also building personal or modern personal brands as well. So this is where we're going. We will come back, we'll scope out of this and get there in steps. But I just want to show you to start with where we're going. So his main content is a daily video. And the daily video is not released to YouTube, though. It is only released to people on his email list. Now that sounds a little backwards, right? When in a world it's awash with, oh, come watch my video, I've just released, everybody come on down. He has produced these videos and they're only available to people on the email list. I'll tell you a little bit more about the videos in a minute. After a couple of years of doing this, I noticed that he started to pull the audio from the videos and create a podcast. I don't know why more people don't do this, to be honest. It's like, if you've already done the work of doing the video, why wouldn't you strip out the audio and create the podcast? And that's what he's done. So unlike the videos, the podcast is Darren on demand. So you can access that at any time you want to. You don't have to be on the email list to get to the podcast. Okay. And we'll add in the social later in a few minutes, and also talk about those white box here is his website. So this is a simplified view of a snapshot of part of his strategy. It does not include ad strategy. It doesn't include how he's promoting and launching his other programs. It's just a snapshot of this piece of it, because this is the core that everything else, this is kind of the engine that everything else hinges off of. All right. As I mentioned, he is the former publisher of Success Magazine, inspirational speaker, author, and business consultant. He's known for his marketing and sales skills. In 2013, he implemented a strategy to significantly grow his online following and personal brand. I actually started following him right about then as I was getting online, and some things that he shared at a meeting I went to, one of his conferences. It was really interesting to see him at that point just beginning to roll this stuff out and where he got to today. It's very inspiring and smart what he's done. Okay, his basic technique has been a unique video-driven strategy, these Darren Daily videos, and they rely very heavily on batching. And if you don't know what I mean by that, these are videos that he has created, sat down, shot them with a small team, and then created a bunch of videos all at one time. They're all visually branded, very similar way. And then that's what he has put into the pipeline to be served out in the moment with these Monday through Friday emails. Here are some stats about him. I don't know. I mean, he may have been Darren Hardy Inc. before 2007. Don't quote me on this one. I think I got that from YouTube, that he's been on YouTube since 2007. His company may be older than that. 280 plus short videos for Monday through Friday distro. Facebook. So in about 4 or 5 years, he's grown his Facebook page to 700,000, and he maxed out his Facebook profile, which that doesn't surprise me. I didn't see any Facebook groups that that his team is running. I did see a few that people who have participated in his programs have put together to be in contact with other students, but I didn't see any groups that his team actually facilitates. Been on YouTube since 2011, 55,000 subscribers, 70,000 views, doing very well there. And especially given there's not that many videos over there. We'll look at that in a minute. And the way that he does not follow the traditional YouTube strategy, which is what I continue to find really interesting about him. Because he mixes up the videos that are on there, and sometimes some of them are hidden, some of them it's just not the traditional one video a week, based on keyword searching. It's more about his omni-channel, the synergy he's creating between the different platforms. And you'll see that in a minute as well. Instagram, he's blowing it up on Instagram, which is really interesting because, again, I don't even think he was on Instagram a few years ago, but doing very well there for a business oriented brand. And then Twitter. Woohoo. Okay, I always put this little disclaimer in these. Once again, it's not a complete analysis of his marketing strategy. I'm not taking into account ad strategies or anything like that. It's not a case study because case studies imply lots of research into the past. And for me, what's happening online, the thing that seems to be most valuable to you is what's happening right now, because things change so much online that, I mean, I'm constantly Googling information and putting in 2019 because I don't even want to see anything anymore from 2017. So that's why I'm doing these snapshots, because I think they're a lot more useful to us. So what I'm calling, this is kind of like a mentor strategy where he's creating, over the course of his career, he has met, the world's top most successful people and interviewed them. And then he's a big reader. He likes to read. So he's created a lot of inspiring short stories. He scripted them all out, and he's sat down and they videotaped him doing many, many of them all at one time, and then produced those. And then they drip those out to make it exclusive to just the email list. So his main channel is email. His main social channel is Facebook. And once like I mentioned, it's high quality, pre-scripted and batched content. And he probably shoots dozens of them at a time. So Darren Daily audience gets the email, and this creates obviously a list for him to offer programs to and launch to a few times a year. Only those on the Darren Daily email list get access to the current video, and the current video expires in 72 hours. Okay, let's go look at what that looks like, an email looks like from him, because that's the entry point for most of the people. Oh, that's not it. Here we go. So he calls it Darren Daily. He's positioning this as, have coffee with your success mentor in the morning, and it's brilliant. It's just every single video, and then takes you to, not to YouTube, but to a spot on his web page, okay, on his website. Now, there's a page for every video on his website, but you don't actually know that you're at his website when you're here. He's created an ecosystem just for Darren Daily, all right? If you go up here, you might say, oh, yeah, I'm at Darren Hardy's website. But here, the only thing really there is for you to do is either watch the video or join some other challenge, something else that he wants to do to draw you in. But he doesn't give you lots of choices to hop around and look at other things on his site here. He keeps it really simple. So you want to watch the video. We're not going to watch the whole thing. I don't want to show you, though, his look, if it loads. Okay. He always starts out with some good energy. But he's got a blue shirt on with pink orchid, and if you follow him, he's kind of an alpha guy, so it's kind of funny. I think that's probably his team putting in a pink orchid and a coffee cup. But this is his look in every single video. He must have a closet full of blue shirts because and that's so that they're evergreen. Literally, you can't tell, like, when was this video shot? Was it number 22 or is it video number 1? They're all part of this big library of videos that are here to help you, mentor you to your success. The other great thing he does is on this page, they have implanted, they've embedded a Facebook comment stream. You can do this on your site as well. You're not that hard. Your web person can help you with that. And then look at all the opportunities you have to share his content if you want to. These all take you to your account, and then you can share this video with your friends and family and everybody who is following you on these accounts. Okay? And then down here, if you get to this point, now here's more of his social proof and the bottom part that is actually from his website. Let me turn myself off there. Okay? So you could, if you wanted to, click around down here. But for the most part, people coming here from their emails, they know the routine, they've got their coffee, they're hopping in here for their Darren Daily. Okay. What happens though, like if you're not on the email list, then how do you actually get access to these daily videos? Well, that's a good question. Let's go ask Facebook. Okay. So on Facebook, like is best practices, they don't share just stuff about the videos. There is a mix of things here. So this is Compound Effect is a book he's written. This is a link to some more strategies. You know, there's an opportunity to engage with him more there. This is the one I wanted to go to. So this one is a link to today on Darren Daily, we honored the woman who changed the world. Were you with us? Share your takeaway. Then down here, he goes, this is interesting. So in the comments down here, they say, you can join us here. So if you're going, oh, wow, I feel left out. I didn't get to see this Darren Daily about Rosa Parks. I really want to know about that. Well, you can go here, and that will drive you back to this page, which I believe, which is on his site, the opt-in page. And once again, notice the simplicity. There isn't a lot to do here. There's nowhere to click around. You either join, you watch the video, you join, you watch a little video, you join. Okay, so it's either like join up or go away. And really, that's kind of what you want. You don't want people cruising around, getting lost and then leaving. You want them to either join or click away. Saves time for everyone. Same thing over at Twitter. This look familiar from Facebook? Same graphic, same offers, same copy. Okay, so this is saving his team time, could save you time. Basically, they have the same copy, same offer, same graphic. The graphic just has to be formatted for the different platforms. And boom, you're done. Other thing about Darren on Twitter, every single tweet has a call to action. He is not tweeting about anything at all except for Darren Hardy's platform online and trying to get you to engage with him to the point where you're going to share an email address with him. And this is his all-female, lovely team that's dominating social media these days for him. Okay, let's see. LinkedIn. Today on Darren Daily, we honored the woman who changed the world. Who was that? That was Rosa Parks. So once again, you can see they're repurposing content across the different social platforms. We will look at what that looks like on the chart again in just a second. That's another landing page for something else. Okay. Instagram. I think we just looked at that. Okay, well, let's go to YouTube really quickly. So, Darren Daily Show, you might say, oh, there they are. You can, Kayla, you were wrong. You can actually go see the videos if you're not on the email list. Well, not so fast. These are just a few probably of the most popular videos, probably the ones that he has seen the statistics for, and they convert people really well to his list. So yes, there are a few that are available to watch. And then this looks like a series he was running another promotion. So that's the series that was part of that launch. And then he's got some behind the scenes stuff here. And Darren Daily On Demand. This is his podcast. So that's just going to be audio playing. And he creates a little video of okay, look. So this is the same content. It starts with a video, the Darren Daily video. Then they create a podcast that you can listen to as a podcast from iTunes and Stitcher and a couple other places. Then they go back and take that exact same audio and create a podcast video using just this graphic. Okay? So they're using that content 3 different times. Same thing. Very smart. Oops. If that's not clear to you, let me know. But I just wanted to point that out. And he only has 66 videos showing right now. And he's got 55,000 subscribers. That's very uncommon. So what that tells you is he's driving traffic to YouTube. People are finding him on YouTube because his other strategy is video driven, and they're subscribing. And then each one of these is an opportunity to say, this is what a Darren Daily looks like. Don't you want this every day in your email? Don't you want to be part of our community? Yes, I do. And then then here's a click. You can click through to the training that's mentioned in the video, and then you can click through to subscribe to Darren Daily. Here, I'm a little surprised that he has all of his other social things here, but having said that, all of the other content just drives people back to the sign up page or some other offer. So maybe that's why they're putting that there. Okay, that's YouTube. Let's go back to our presentation. We're almost done. Now that you've seen how the flow goes. All right, so they get the audience gets the daily email. They have to open it in 72 hours or it expires. This I loved, very smart. So here's an email that they really want me to see. I don't know if it's because I've opened other things or they have a special launch going on, or maybe, really and truly, this video is doing really well and they want to push on it a little bit more. So, but they actually give me a timer. And I think that visual is so smart. So that's one thing that he's doing. Expiring soon, his coffee cup. And you're like, oh, expiring. And that reminds you, yeah, Darren's videos expire. And they actually do. If you go back to an old email and you click on it, it'll actually take you to a page that says, oops, sorry, you missed it. So it definitely is training your audience to engage with your content sooner. All right, just to sum up, his pillar content is what? The Darren Daily video. And he's also started the podcasts. And then some of the videos are on YouTube, but right now only 66. And that has tended to change in the past because the majority of his rotation videos are hosted on Vimeo, Vimeo, which is another platform you can check out. Vimeo makes it much easier to limit the audience for your videos. That's a little bit harder to do on YouTube. YouTube has a private setting, but they don't really like you to use it, so they make it really restrictive. It's hard to share private videos on YouTube with a small audience. Okay, especially with an email list. There's no video on his Instagram. Every tweet has a link to convert. He's not over there tweeting about the Super Bowl. He's just tweeting about his business. In fact, well, to be honest, he doesn't spend that much time on social media, which is another reason I think he's really interesting, is that he's dominating on social media and his website has huge rankings and search rankings. He's doing a really great job, but he doesn't spend much time himself personally on social media at all. All right. This was the snapshot from before. And now let's add in the social channels because you have, and you remember where we saw that place where there were all those links to share the videos on this page that hosts the video, the Darren Daily video, and all those links you saw to share to social. Well, here we go. That's when you add them all in. So people can share out a video to their Facebook, and it draws, and then somebody will click on that and see it, and then they get drawn back in. So it's very much a word of mouth, sharing, run kind of strategy. You need to have a good following of audience that trusts you to start with, even, I think, to get a lot of traction with this. And that's kind of what's brilliant about him, because he had a career of speaking and sales training and motivation. And he had and then as the publisher of Success Magazine, of course, he had this whole career before he built out his online platform. What he didn't have before that he has now, and I'm guessing here, but I think this is true, is he didn't have all those email addresses of so many followers. He probably had, a few thousand, but I'm pretty sure now his email list is probably 300,000 or more. So this is really, really smart. And why is that important? It's because you control your email list. You have no control over Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, none at all. I mean, any one of these could go away someday and all of your quote followers would be gone with it. That's why I really always encourage you all to build your personal brand email list where you build a personal brand so that you can collect your followers' emails, no matter if you're working for a company or not, because this is the modern way of remaining relevant and monetizing your expertise over the years, to be honest. And I could go on and on about that. So let me know if you want to have a call. Okay, that's the end of the presentation. Thank you so much for joining me. And let me know once again if you have any questions. My email is kayla@mirroryourbrillianceonvideo.com. And yes, that's the longest URL on the planet, but I want everybody to type it out at least once because that's what we're doing here. Kayla@mirroryourbrillianceonvideo.com. Okay, thanks. Bye.